Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Alpine's driver lineup for 2026, as well as McLaren news. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Alpine, which has hinted when it will choose who will partner Pierre Gasly in 2026. Now, as we know, the team started out the season with Gasly and Jack Doohan, but following the Miami Grand Prix, Doohan was dropped for Franco Colapinto, but Colapinto has struggled since jumping in to that second seat. He's not scored any points and he has struggled to match Gasly. But what I would say though is that in more recent Grand Prix, Colapinto's performances have improved. And Alpine Managing Director Steve Nielsen has praised the steps Colapinto has made since arriving at the team, with Nielsen saying, as quoted by Racing News 365, "I think it's difficult for any of the new drivers coming in. We've seen ebb and flow in lots of them that have come from F2. 5 came from F2 last year, which is good. Franco had a difficult start. I think we've seen that equalise and calm down a little bit. He's now had the measure of Pierre in the last 2 or 3 races, so he's on par with him, which is good." And Nielsen highlighted that Alpine is monitoring Colapinto's performances as it closes in on a decision in the coming rounds, with him going on to say, "We'll make our decision on Franco and whoever else is in the frame when we have to, but we're a few races away from that yet." Now, I personally think Alpine will stick with Colapinto in 2026. Yes, it has been difficult for him this season, having not scored any points, having struggled to match Gasly, but as I say, in more recent Grand Prix, I think he has performed better, and I think if he continues to perform as he is, I could imagine Colapinto keeping his seat in 2026. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to McLaren, and as we know, they are suing IndyCar star Alex Palou for around $20 million for breaching their contract. Now, with McLaren, their IndyCar operation is relatively new, while Palou is one of the best IndyCar drivers. He's won the title 4 times now. Now, in July 2022, both Chip Ganassi Racing and McLaren had announced competing claims over Palou's services for the following IndyCar season, and Autosport say that after several months of negotiation, the parties reached an agreement that allowed Palou to remain with Chip Ganassi for the 2023 season, while also serving as a test and development driver for McLaren's F1 team. And Autosport also say that under the arrangement, Palou would have left Chip Ganassi to join McLaren's IndyCar operation in 2024, giving both sides a compromise they were happy with. However, Palou eventually decided to remain at Chip Ganassi in 2024, claiming he had lost faith in McLaren's ability to offer him an F1 seat, and the matter has now proceeded to the UK High Court, with McLaren Racing Chief Executive Zak Brown and Palou in the witness box to give their sides of the story, with them providing further details about the circumstances leading up to the split, with them continuing to dispute the level of damages owed. And in his witness statement, Palou claimed that Zak Brown had given him hope that an F1 seat might become available in 2024, with Palou saying in court, as reported by Motorsport magazine and quoted by Autosport, "When testing with McLaren, Zak told me he believed we could make it happen and that he would give me all the preparation I needed to get to F1. At the time, I thought he was genuine." Now, as we know, in 2022, Daniel Ricciardo was struggling in the McLaren Formula 1 team, but the team decided to sign Oscar Piastri for 2023. And interestingly, Palou has alleged that Zak Brown told him that it was not his decision to hire Oscar, and that Zak Brown had reassured him Piastri's arrival would not affect his own chances of securing a future F1 seat, but by that point, he was already getting the sense that his opportunity in F1 was slipping away, with Palou going on to say, "I went for dinner with Zak near McLaren Technology Centre. Zak told me it was not his decision to hire Oscar. He said it was the decision of then team manager Andreas Seidel. Zak told me Piastri's performance would be evaluated against mine for 2024. Zak said that from his point of view, my chance of getting the F1 seat was not affected by Oscar. However, I knew everything had changed. From that point on, I started to be more willing to stay with CGR in the future." Now, earlier in the week, Zak Brown denied giving any assurances to Palou about a seat in McLaren's Grand Prix team, with Zak Brown being reported as saying, "I told him what the opportunities would be in F1. I never told him he would be under consideration." And when Palou's counsel, Nick DeMarco, accused Brown of stringing Palou along in the same court session, Brown replied, "I never strung along Alex. I never told him he would be under consideration for 2023. There was some optionality to join F1. So those are the updates from court, and the case continues. And just to summarise the case, basically, Reuters say that McLaren's lawyers say the team have missed out on the on-track success it would otherwise have achieved with Palou as their driver, and are claiming the money to cover losses, including in relation to sponsorship deals and other drivers' salaries. But Palou's lawyers say that McLaren's alleged losses are vastly inflated, and that McLaren have mitigated any losses. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.